This Kacee 360 TV here with me is MC the Waymaker. MC the Waymaker, good morning.
Good morning.
I was a weekend.
Well, thank God. Thank you for having me.
It's nice seeing you again, MC the Waymaker. Quick one, let's discuss this. Governor Fubara has sent a letter to the Speaker of the Rivers State House of Assembly, Honorable Martins Amiwele, for a meeting on Monday, happen to be today, March 10, 2025. Do you think that Governor Fubara have the right to send these invitation letters
Yeah.
to the 27 lawmakers or to Rivers State House of Assembly lawmakers for them to have a meeting? Having it in mind that the same Simi Fubara have gone to destroy the Assembly House. Do you think you have the moral standard to send this invitation letter to the lawmakers for them to have a meeting?
Yes, of course. I think they are both playing politics, and these politics they are playing is not going to go well with the people of Rivers State. One would advise that, as I used to say, that either you like it or not, Fubara is still the head of the state. So whichever way, don't forget that these 27 lawmakers, they should bear it in mind that Fubara he was not fighting them. The people Fubara was fighting is Wike, and these people felt that since you are fighting Wike, Wike is the one that brought us. That means directly you are fighting us. For me, the 27 lawmakers will have just allowed peace to reign. They will have just honor his invitation and go there and hear what Fubara want to say. Because it is now, if this fight start now, both the governor, both the 27 lawmakers, they've already embezzled River State money enough that they will not make them to feel it. It is the poor citizens in River State that will feel it. So, if truly they have the river people in mind, they should just forget their interest. As I keep telling Wike that if I were being the issue of Wike, or if I'm the issue of Bola Ahmed Tinubu, I would have advised Wike should just calm down. 2027 is around the corner. The same you who make Fubara can also, you think you have the power, you can also.
There's what we call separation of power: the judiciary, the executive, and and the judiciary. We have the judiciary, we have the executive, we have the legislature. Now, in Rivers State, is the executive, the executive governor. So there's separation of powers. Now, the executive governor does not have the right to wrote the House of Assembly that they should have a meeting. They should meet him at so venue. He has the right to inform them that you want to have a meeting with them. They will now decide for you to come into their own assembly house. Now there is no place called assembly house because it has been demolished. Do you think that what Sim is trying to do, trying to play what we call saving face, after the Supreme Court have declared that yet there is no evidence showing that the 27 lawmakers actually decamp, that there are still the authentic lawmakers as far as Rivers State is concerned? Do you think that Governor Fubara is having a sleepless night based on this very judgment of the Supreme Court?
Yes, of course. This is what I keep saying that when you destroy the institutions because of your selfish interest, this is what you get in return. Don't forget that our institution in Nigeria have been bastardized by these selfish politicians who feel that they will be in power forever. The same thing we can now look at Fubara Cap now, referring what happened during Wike time. Because Wike also destroyed the institution. And so they are pointing at him that you did this thing when you were on tenure, so you don't have the moral right to correct Fubara. That's what we are saying. These people keep destroying the institution, and that's why we are where we are today. Let me remind you that you cannot exonerate the House of Assembly member in the whole issue like this, because when the Supreme Court delivered the judgment, Fubara said he will study, he will work with it. The next thing the House of Assembly member, 27 lawmaker we are doing is to be giving Fubara 24 hours to represent the budget, 48 hours for the electoral commissioner of the state to giving Fubara to sack out the whole commissioner. Things are not done this way. I believe that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have called Fubara up to 2 times to settle issue amicably. Well, as many Nigerians still have it in mind that the judiciary has been bought over by the executive. As I keep saying it, I said we have three arms of government. We have the executive, we have the judiciary, we have the legislature. As I speak to you, both in federal and state, the executive, the judiciary, the legislature have been bought over by the executive. It's the executive that will not direct what the judiciary will interpret. It's the judiciary that will not tell what the lawmaker will pass. That is the problem. It's not limited to federal, it's also in state. Look at what is happening in the state all over. Where whatever the governor said, the reason why we are having this issue in the River State is the fight between the father and son, which is the Wike factor. If not Wike, the legislature will be loyal to the governor, because that's where they will get their fund. That's who will sign it, who will pump money for them. So it's because of the Wike factor. Wike is the one that brought them in. They don't want to stab Wike. They want to stay loyal to Wike. That's why you are seeing them fighting this dirty game. On the normal cases, they will go with whatever what the governor say. The governor is busy allocating money for them every month. The governor is giving them, as is happening in federal. And that's why you can see that Akpabio will never challenge President Bola Ahmed Tinubu for whatever case may be. The same thing Lawal did. 4 years of Buhari, he was a senate. He destroyed the institution, was busy signing every loan that Buhari brought. That's why I said the Messiah we have in this country, if not, there will have not been a country called Nigeria today. It's Saraki. That's why I said that Saraki is the only candidate now that can defeat Bola Ahmed Tinubu before 12 o'clock. Saraki declaring their interest. And if you have any political party to run, because the way it's going now, APC is busy destroying the opposition party. Why am I saying this? Let's assume that Saraki was Lawal that started the 4 years of Buhari. Do you know how much loan Nigeria will have been owing now? Do you know how the debt profile of Nigeria debt will have been? All the loan Buhari was tendering for Saraki there, Saraki was busy turning it down. And the same this APC was the one insulting Saraki there. Saraki is the useless man. He's the one that is not making Tinubu Buhari to perform. Today, look at it. The same people now are now the one complaining that Tinubu could not deliver today because of the debt profile of Nigeria. So what are we saying in essence? When we keep destroying the institution, this is what we see. For me, for the peace to reign, when two elephants fight, it is the ground that suffer it. Let the lawmakers. Because what is happening in Rivers State, and the governor is trying to prove himself that I'm the one in charge. I'm the #1 man in the state. You can't tell me what happened. Obaseki has done it and he got away with it. I can also do it and go away with it. Don't forget that Obaseki destroyed the House of Assembly in Edo State. He used 5 people House of Assembly members all throughout his 4 tenure. He was opposition.
Okay, one of the lawmakers has come out to say that the invitation have not been extended to them officially, that they only come across it on the social media. Therefore, they are not intended to honor that very invitation, and none of them would honor that invitation. Do you think this grandstanding would favor the people of Rivers State? Because when two elephants are fighting, what suffer? The grasses suffer. The people of Rivers State going to be the one that are going to pay this ultimate price at the end of the day, because federal government already seized the allocation meant for the people of Rivers State. Do you think the Fubara should bury his own pride, then make sure that he brought the 27, the Lagos State House of Assembly the Rivers State House of Assembly member to himself to lobby for it to get back so that the governance in Rivers State can continue?
It will be very difficult. Let me be sincere with you, because if you're also in the shoe of Fubara, you might likely do the same thing. Let's see that video first. You can see the former local government chairman that tenure have expired. They were laughing at Fubara. So at the end, that Fubara is crying, Fubara is begging. So Fubara calm people now, also telling him that don't play small politics the way Jonathan.
And there's a popular song said, "Day your day." Now it's their time for them to day.
So my dear brother,
Fubara was telling them to day on their day.
They are late. Make we day on our lane.
But now there is time. This is their own time for them to sing this very song. Day your day. That Fubara should day is there. That they are in their own day. River State people, they know how to compose song when matter arises. So MC Omeka, what do you think will be the lasting solution in River State?
The lasting solution in River State, I will not lie for you, this is how they will handle the whole issue before the 2027. As I speak now, to impeach Fubara will be very difficult, because the people of River State right now, everybody is at the side of Fubara. And the Igbos are inside of Fubara, and the Igbos dominated River State. Maybe prompt to what happened in 2023, where we can turn the vote of river people for Bola Ahmed Tinubu, or maybe probably he declared himself that he's not an Igbo, that Igbo feel that this man has stabbed us enough, we can no longer continue. Besides, as I speak to you, all the past governor of River State, no one is with Wike.
But if Fubara have done something that warrants impeachment, don't you think that the assembly members should do the right thing by impeaching him if he has done something that warrants to be impeached?
My dear brother, if you are saying that he did something that impeached, don't forget that
if he has committed impeachable offense, they should impeach him.
Yes, if he has committed the impeachment, but the truth of the matter is that whether Fubara committed impeachment offense or not, we also know, forget about the Nigerian judiciary, the Supreme Court, who have delivered the judgment that Fubara is not the APC lawmaker. There was not any evidence to show that they camp. But Nigeria see that they camp. We saw them, they wave their distance. That is everything that they camp. So for that act alone, it will be very difficult for them to impeach Fubara.
MC was not an official statement that they've become from PDP to APC. They were just waving the flag of APC.
Okay, it
There
was
was not
official. Nothing like there's no official.
communication.
There is
Yes,
official in the house. They tender it.
But when
Ah,
you go to court of law, you tender. Was there any written letter? Yes.
yes, of
That
course.
henceforth we
They
have
sign.
become. Then okay, fine. MC will make if like I said, if Fubara have committed impeachable offense, it should be impeached. Because our institution should be up and or should be independent.
Okay, this one you are saying is that there is.
Now,
I've told you before that Nigeria institution has been bastardized.
now aside the
By impeaching Fubara now, you are simply causing war in Nigeria.
okay, aside the Kumba have said that the lawmakers or the yes wicked camp should not try to impeach Sim Fubara. That if they should impeach Sim Fubara, that job people will rise up against the reverse people, against this wicked camp. What do you think? Do you think that the wicked camp should take the threat outside the Kumba likely, or is something they should act? I mean, take it very serious, or not to impeach Sim Fubara
Okay, this
Fubara
question you are asking me is that
has committed an
the House of Assembly want to impeach Fubara because they want to be on ground in 2027 election. And Fubara also too don't want him to be impeached. These people that is with him are saying that we will fight this battle to the end. You cannot impeach Fubara. So for me, I think President Bola Ahmed Tinubu will have done the needful as the father of the nations by telling this, because if you think that probably because of Fubara have committed an offense, why is President Bola Ahmed Tinubu invited him at the first place? He wouldn't have invited Fubara. He would have just go ahead, let them impeach him. So it's a dicey case. Let them just manage this situation to 2027 so that everybody they can go and fill their wings and know who has the power in this state.
All right, MC, quick one. Nnamdi Kanu finally got what is wanted. The Chief Judge of the Federal High Court in Abuja, Justice John Tosho, has reassigned the case of the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to a new judge. Let me have your reaction on that.
That is not enough because two things that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu demand from federal government is that one, they should change his judge. That does no longer have a trust in Justice Pinta Yanko because the sons and the husband have a case and he want to use him as a trade by barter for her to get favor for the sons and the husband. And also said that if the federal government are accusing him of terrorism, is terrorism they're accusing him from is not in Abuja, it's not in Kano, it's not in the northern soil, it's in the soil of the south, so they should transfer his case to Umuahia state in any of the states in the east. So now one has been settled down. We are waiting for the federal government to also assign his case and push him to the southeast because he did not commit the crime in Abuja. So why are they holding him in Nigeria? All we are saying that this money that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu needs to be released because you can see that in all regions of Nigeria now everybody is now seeing it. People are being killed by these Fulani people. You refuse to talk. The Fulani that Fulani bandit is supposed to prescribe as a terrorist. You're not prescribing them. You're prescribing the indigenous people of Biafra, a terrorist. Have you ever seen any country in the world now who is addressing IPOP as a terrorist? The answer is no. But why is only Nigeria that recognize them? So I'm so disappointed in Bola Ahmed Tinubu regime because after all, he was not the one that arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. It was a Buhari Janjaweed government, Buhari the Fulani president that did it. Maybe probably because Nnamdi Kanu was exposing his secret, as he said, he's no more alive. Then I was thinking that if truly they want to charge Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, they should have charged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for accusing the former president that is a dead man, that is not a living president. But they look at this, they just say that means Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said the truth, that Buhari is not alive. If Buhari is alive, let them charge him by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Let him defend himself. And from there, the truth will reveal because they say there's no smoke without fire. So for me, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be free so that there will be peace. Let me round it up like this way. You silence Samuel Ekpa from Finland not to communicate with Biafra. Right from the day one that they have silenced Samuel Ekpa, as I speak to you right now, the Fulani men now have audacity to enter the soil of the Biafra. They are killing people anyhow. Now we will have been clapping for Bola Ahmed Tinubu and federal government if they succeeded by silencing Samuel Ekpa, sit at home to council. Now there is peace in the land. We will have been clapping for the federal government. But as I speak to you, is there peace? We saw in Enugu where a lot of women came out and were protesting that they will be raped, their daughter will be raped. The Fulani are even using their stick on them. And the governor of a state, see this video. As I speak to you now, have they arrested any Fulani man? Yes, I do. The one that happened in this state in Southeast, Ebonyi State, where 30 people of the choosing member were go down Sunday morning. As I speak to you, no any Fulani man has been arrested. Now look at why the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for the liberation of his people. The man from the middle belt where I find myself, where I came from, that defended himself against the Fulani bandit that came into his farm and killed the Fulani man. They have delivered, Supreme Court now have delivered judgment, and they said the man should be sentenced to death. Where is it? And that's why people are saying now that Supreme Court is now the Fulani Supreme Court. Whatever they say is final. Even don't forget that what is happening in River State, once you are with them, they will give you judgment. Have you seen Hope Uzodinma, who was the fourth position? Now it's number one. It's number one in Milton. So for me,
So in Nigeria, where you have money, you can buy judgments.
I've told you that the Nigerian judiciary, they are no longer interpreting the law. They interpret money. I'm not the one that said it. It's Dele Faro to me that wrote it. And that's why they picked that young man up. But is it not what is happening? Once you have the money, once you have everything, you can do it. Wike did it. Wike were building houses for lawyers. For lawyers, he was buying cars for them. Today, he get the judgment.
What will you advise Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to do now that new judge have been assigned to be in charge of his case? Why I'm asking this question, that what would be the guarantee that the new judge would not do the same part of Justice Binta Nyako?
The fact is that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have said it countless time that he does not have any case to answer, because at the first place where you see, where did you pick Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from? How did you pick him? That's the first where you start from. So if you pick him unlawful, that means you have to return him where you pick him before you can start this. How did this issue happen? How he was being bailed. He was in the south in Umuahia and with his family before Nigeria army invaded the south and killed a lot of people. And he flew for his life. Will he wait for them to kill him? He ran for his dear life and went to stay. Since you people don't want me to live peaceful in Nigeria, that's how he ran for his dear life. So before to start the trial against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the courts have to say, okay, how did this man were being even arrested? That's what the High Court of the land said. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be free because the way they kidnapped him from Kenya is unlawful. So Nigeria have already disobeyed their law. So for me, let's wait with what this new judge will come in. Let's see, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not a small fish. It's a big fish that the whole world is watching. This judgment, whatever Nigeria conclusion of the judgment, we rather portray Nigeria at the high or will bring Nigeria low. So let's watch and see what is going to happen.
All right, MC Domeka is a very fine place to live in.